Ever since Riot updated their crosshair configuration, you guys really came up with some interesting crosshairs. But seriously, crosshairs are some people's identity. Players will die by their crosshair and claim that it literally gives them aimbot. I've even seen people mid-game switch their crosshair thinking it'll give them a boost their next round. Whether this is a placebo effect or not, I mean, who knows? But what I do know is that a lot of pros are using new crosshairs since Riot's most recent update. So let's get into it. We're going to take a look at these new crosshairs. But before we do, I want to share some really cool information that I found while researching for this video. I've always wondered, do your crosshair settings actually matter? Is it that big of a deal that your crosshair is this much bigger by a centimeter, or this certain shape, or this color? Well, what I discovered is that the color of your crosshair matters a lot. Size and shape matter too, but color matters most. This is why you see so many different crosshairs, and everyone just makes theirs work, no matter what it is. Valorant's maps all have their own color palette, and one color that stands out on one map will blend in on another. If your crosshair is blended in, this would negatively affect your crosshair placement, reaction time, and your overall aim. Here's the post on Reddit from user UCWhyNot, and here's what it says. When patch 5.04 dropped and crosshair craziness happened, I decided to try and find the best possible crosshair color in Valorant based on videos from actual Valorant gameplay. So instead of playing the game and finding my preferences like a normal person, I recorded myself in customs looking at every angle I could think of on every map, except split. And then wrote a Python script to look through that video and find the best crosshair color for me. I have a problem with programming. Too many custom games and a quick Python script later, I came up with a list of crosshair colors that contrasted as much as possible with each map, as well as an overall crosshair color that attempts to work for every map. The colors are as follows. According to UCWhyNot, cyan and yellow work for most maps except Breeze and Pearl because of their locations. So no matter what shape or size your crosshair ends up being, just make sure that it doesn't blend in with Riot's beautiful maps. Now, don't get me wrong, but crosshairs are like a shiny sword. Well, what's the point of your sword if you don't know how to swing it? Well, that's our job. We at SkillCapped have professional level courses covering topics ranging from crosshair placement and movement guides to literally anything, all of which are created by Radiant level players. In fact, we're so confident that we'll help you improve, we'll literally give you your money back if you don't rank up while using our service. No one else will promise that. So once you get your brand new crosshair, be sure to check us out at SkillCapped. We'll be waiting. Now, as you can tell, the possibilities are almost endless when it comes to customizing your crosshair. But how do you know what crosshair is right for you? Well, the answer is simple. You just keep trying them out. Hop in the range, play with your settings, and just play with whatever you feel is best. But believe it or not, there are some crosshairs that are better suited for some weapons. Let me explain. So I've been playing Valorant since the beta, and I've used a wide variety of crosshairs. Since this update came out, I've been using this new crosshair. My rank teammates call it the Jesus crosshair, or the Holy crosshair. But I like this one because it just feels nice to line it up against angles as I'm tracing them. It works for me because it feels nice using it, and I'm fragging out. Now, this was my old crosshair that I used to use. I'm a Phantom main, and having an empty center allows me to better control my spray. With this rifle, I'm not as concerned with hitting one taps, but instead spraying once I land a headshot. If I use a crosshair with a solid center, that would be a bit harder for me to do. This is why you see players like a Proto and Sick use more open crosshairs. They're Phantom mains as well. Now, this is another crosshair I used to use. It's just a simple dot. This crosshair, for example, would suck if you used a Phantom, but would be awesome if you're using a Vandal. With the Vandal, you're strictly trying to go for one taps, so all you should be trying to do is aim for the head. So if you're a Vandal main, this crosshair could be good for you. I mean, then again, there's crosshairs that are great for everything. One tapping, spraying, shotguns, bursting, you name it. Again, finding a crosshair is like finding a good pair of jeans. You just gotta find one that fits. Now at this point, if you're as overwhelmed as a bee in a flower shop and don't know where to start, let me direct you to a couple useful resources. Here's an article from .esports.com covering a wide variety of crosshairs from pros. And if you want to use these, all you need to do is copy a code, open Valorant, go to the Crosshairs tab, import crosshair, and paste the code into the bar that comes up. From there, you can play around with the crosshair, adjust it to your liking, and just make sure that it works. This is, like I said, sort of like trying on clothes at the store. Hop in the fitting room and see if you like it. And there are a ton of places that you could find crosshairs from. For example, here's a website where I found some goofy crosshairs. So next time you're playing with your friends, you could pull them out and, I don't know, make them laugh. And since you have like 20 crosshair profiles that you can save now, there's no reason not to do this. Here's an article from dignitas.gg that breaks down different crosshairs, what they're good for, and the settings for them. But if you want the motherlode of every crosshair in existence, here's literally a database of almost every crosshair imaginable. These range from crosshairs that look like Arena blinds, to another that looks like Steve from Minecraft, to Optic EA's crosshair. you could literally get lost in this library of crosshairs. But to be honest, it's pretty fun browsing through the pages. Now, after browsing through this database, it's time to showcase some of the more creative crosshairs that you guys came up with. You know, my personal favorite is the new Nerd Crosshair. I love this one because now I'm able to feel a bit better when my Viper tells me 50 times that she's going to go play for some lineups. All I have to do is hover it over her face, and I already start to feel so much better. It's kind of like a good tracking exercise. For our next goofy crosshair, we have this beautiful smiley face. When our teammates are throwing, running it down, disconnecting, it's always nice to be able to look back at the center of our screen and have someone brighten up our day. So hopefully now you guys have some new crosshairs that you can pull out in your ranked games. Keep in mind though, the crosshair isn't going to make you frag out. That part's on you. But it doesn't hurt to have some personalization in the way you get your kills, whether it's silly or serious. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. But before you go, keep in mind that this was all just one of many in-depth guides that we have on our website though. Also, if you want a chance to having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe on our website at SkillCapped.com. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries where we have Radiant players walk you through exactly how to have the most impact possible in a bunch of different situations. It's also backed by a rank improvement guarantee, and the reason to do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And if it doesn't work, then you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to that rank that you deserve. And that's all for us. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.